Hey, I'm Tay, and today we are going to be making button cookies. This is my attempt at a slightly aesthetic video. It's probably not going to be aesthetic at all if we're really being realistic, but
we're going to try, and we're going to have hopes, and we're going to have dreams to make this a decent video.
okay, what we need today for this recipe, we need 1 cup of butter. We need a cup of sugar, 1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 3 cups of flour, some food coloring, some tools to actually make the buttons. You don't need them, but I'm gonna use them. And of course a bowl. And then, most importantly, an electric mixer. Oh yeah, and Dr. Pepper. I only have 1 camera, so I'm going to just be squatting on the floor for the majority of this video. It's the only way I could get me and the bowl in the frame. So I'm just gonna be crawling around. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we are going to put the cup of butter into the bowl. Now that we have the butter in, now we have to add a cup of sugar. I have my sugar container here. Now that the sugar is in with the butter, we are going to mix it with our mixer. I think I'm going to stand for this part because it kind of makes me nervous to be down there. I decided the butter isn't softened enough, so I'm just going to throw the whole thing in the microwave. This might go bad. Now that we have it all mixed in, we are going to add a singular egg. Thank you to my chicken for laying this egg. Speaking of eggs, look at this little egg one of my chickens laid. Like, this isn't even a really big, like, it's like a medium egg versus this is like tiny. Like, who laid that? I don't have any like really small chickens that would have laid that, so it's like one of my bigger hens. I'm gonna crack this egg now. Now we're gonna mix the egg in. I'm technically supposed to do the vanilla before the baking soda, but they both just need teaspoons and I don't want to waste. I don't want to make 2 teaspoons dirty, so I'm just gonna do baking soda and then the vanilla. Now I just have to add the 3 cups of flour. So I'm just gonna like slowly add that in and then mix it all up. now have some parchment paper here. I have a little pile of flour to help with the dough stickiness right there. And I have the oven warming up, and I have a baking sheet ready over there for when it's time. I am gonna make these cookies pretty small. They're gonna be like little bite size because I have like this little star cutter and this little circle cutter. I want to make them that big, and then I have this tool that isn't even for baking that I'm gonna just use to make little holes in the buttons. We're gonna see how it works. I've never done this. We're just gonna test it out. And then I have red, yellow, blue, and green food coloring. So I think I'm gonna do like pastel kind of colors. Like, I don't want them to be bright or anything because that'll be weird. Got the roller. I'm gonna start by just putting some flour here. I'm probably not gonna be able to talk for most of this part because I've never done this and I don't know what I'm doing. I've decided that I'm going to do 3 different colored buttons, and I'm going to do blue, purple, and pink. Or at least I'm going to try to. I'm going to stand for this part because squatting on my knees hurts. I'm old. Long time no see. So my camera ran out of storage, and it took literally like 30 minutes to upload all the videos I just recorded. And so I got impatient and I started with the cookies. So I did the purple ones, which I'm going to show you now. I did it before because, one, I was being impatient and I didn't want to wait, and also so then I could figure out how to do it. They're not the greatest looking. The purple is kind of awful, but it's okay. This is my first time doing this. I made the cookies so small, this is taking so long. So I'm only making like 1 tray of the little buttons, and then I'm just going to make bigger cookies. But I'm going to show you how to do this now. Okay, so now we just got to roll out the dough. It doesn't really matter how rolled out it is. You just don't want it to be too thick, or otherwise it just won't bake. Once you roll it out, you take your cookie cutters and you cut out the shapes you want. It's simple as that. This is what they all look like here on the tray. I'm just waiting for the oven to heat up before I put them in. But yeah. Oh, that's the oven. It's ready. Alrighty, now we have all of our cookies done. Yay! The bigger cookies are up on the counter. They're not here right now, but you saw them in the reveal. They're there. They're not like the best, but it's okay. They're just, I was being lazy and I didn't want to make more tiny little buttons. But we're gonna try them. They are very good. They're like the perfect texture and the perfect flavor. The only thing is like the colors aren't ideal. Like the blue is like pretty much just green. And the purple is really dark. Can't really see well on the camera, but it is dark. And the pink's fine. I would have rathered it be a little bit lighter, but it's fine. It's okay. So make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all very much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good one. Bye.